Okay, so let's get started here. So here's the front of the card. Um, and down here on the bottom left is your name, your phone number, and your email. Charlie, are we able to put a QR code on this?
There is. I thought there was a QR code on the card.
I put
You
one
may
on there.
have the.
I put one on there just so people could see it. But
Hang on a minute. I always carry them in my car. Hang on a
oh,
minute.
okay. All right.
There is a QR. Yeah, there is a QR code on the other side.
Okay. All right, good. That's where I put it. Because I just had a picture, I had the proof of it. So here you have where they mention the science. They mention verbascoside, oleocanthal, olorapine. They talk about high phenolic, and they talk about the olivectin. They talk about rosa, and it's the graphics are spectacular. They're perfect. This is the back end of the card, and they talk about the research and the benefits. And see, Charlie, I just put that QR code there, and so Um, yeah, and that way people could just scan the QR code. Now, I don't know what I might do with my cards is I might have that QR code redirect them to the video that Gordon's going to give us for the Own Your Own Life card. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see because I think they're going to give us a QR code for the product also. So I may attach it to that. We'll see. But this is the card, and so now I'm going to go through how to rank up an OLIABO with the Magic Wand card system. So I'm going to lay it out for you guys step by step. And like I said, keep an open mind and just be get the gears going on this because this can launch your business and propel you through the ranks, and it can happen quickly.
Hernan, could I interject something here?
Yes, please.
Go back to the previous slide with the other side of the card.
Oh, yeah. That
Back
side?
one more. Okay. What I've done is I've taken the card and I've created labels. I've got people that are newbies and maybe they're mini network marketers or newbies. No, the other side. What I've done is I've printed up a label. I have the Avery labels. I've taken the label and run it from along the side of the card because there's where those leaves are at. That's kind of a wasted space. So I'll do is make 10 labels and hang those labels vertically above the QR code. And I'll call somebody up. I said, or text them, would you give me your address? I want to send you some cards. And so what I've started to do, and I've done this with 4 or 5 people, and I get a call back. Wow, I really like these. Appreciate it. Where do I order them? Because a lot of people they just don't get it at first. So I'm going to suggest to the leaders here to get enough cards so you can send free on you, send 10 cards to people that are worth sending them to. I just want to give you a suggestion of what I've done as you go into this.
That's a great idea, Charlie. That's a great idea. So if you send 10 cards to 10 people and they hand those out, then they'll get an idea of how the system works and they can get some cards
And what I tell them to do is that their name is on one side, the person on the other side, me or you or whatever, I'm working with Charlie and he really knows all about this and he's helping me build the business.
yeah, I love that. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you. So,
Hernan, could you even put the label? Like, could you make a QR code for that new rep
yeah,
and put it right over the other label and just make it really simple so it's their card too? Like you
yeah,
could stick it
Sure.
right over top. Okay.
sure. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, Donna,
Absolutely.
if you got Avery, yes, all you have to do is download the little software or whatever and put it on your computer and you
Mhm.
can make any label you want.
Yeah,
Also,
Mhm.
could we get some of the great ideas that Charlie's just put out in writing so we can put them out
sure.
to people? That'd be
Yeah,
so
Sure. I'll do that.
I have this in a PDF, and we can add that to the PDF. Or I could send you what I have, Charlie.
Okay.
We'll put it out for you guys. So this training is an example only, okay? So don't, you know, I mean, you may be a bigger thinker than I am. You may not be able to think as big as I think. You may want to do less. You may want to do more. It's only an example.
Hernan,
Um, yes.
excuse me. So that
Mhm.
QR code, will that be something that's personalized to come to our website or just to
You
the?
can point it, you can point it to wherever you want to point it to. If you want, you can attach any link to it. You could attach a link to a video, to a web page. You could attach it to your Prima page on your website.
I have
You know,
no idea how to make a QR code.
we will help.
Okay,
All of
I'm a
this,
beginner here.
okay, so you guys need to know all of this, you're gonna have our assistance. I'm sure Charlie's willing to help too. Some
Always,
people.
always.
Yeah. And Bobby's really good with this card, Bobby Donaldson. Yeah, we're all going to work together to ensure each person's success, whatever needs to be done. And there's probably going to be a lot of three ways as a result of this because you're going to have people that are asking you questions you can't answer. Then you're going to need to get your upline to do a three-way with you so that those questions can get answered. So it'll drive the whole business. So this example is based on each person distributing 100 OLIABO Magic 1 cards over a period of time. In the beginning, I said uh, in a month. And I got to thinking about it. I thought, no, I'm not doing that because some people are just super busy. I'm not going to do that. So it's just over a period of time. Some of you are got to get them out quicker than others. Um, some people are going to hand them out. Some people are going to put two or three in each one of the salons in town on the counter. Some people are going to mail them to a friend. Some people will mail them to a friend with a little note. Some people will mail them to a friend with a little note and a pack of the product, a little packet of Prima. Or maybe I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know. But maybe we'll someday we'll have a little blister pack sample of Flex and you could staple that to the card. Wouldn't that be amazing? So yeah, or the serum or whatever. But so however you decide to get the card out, you be creative about it. We're gonna learn from you and you'll learn from us, and together we can really drive your business. So all projections in this presentation are based on a 90% failure rate. So all the numbers that I'm going to provide in this example are based on a 90% failure rate and a 10% success rate. I think that's fair. Don't you, Charlie?
I certainly do, and I know the numbers will be very appealing.
Okay. All right. And I'm also going to show in the end what it looks like if you really fail and you get 3% success rate. Okay. So we'll look at both in the end. We make no claims. Income disclosure statement, brand rep, sales, and commissions results will vary. The earnings of OLIABO brand reps are 100% dependent upon his or her skills, effort, and commitment. OLIABO does not guarantee any level of income or success. And you all understand that. I know you're all shaking your head yes, just like I am. So you all understand that the ones that put the effort into it are the ones that are going to really be able to run through the ranks. So here's how the system begins, and this is the basis for the whole thing. And as it unfolds, you'll see exactly. It's so simple. You're going to purchase two Prima on subscription. So everybody new buys two Prima and they go on a two Prima subscription. That's a whole thing right there. You're going to order 100 OLIABO Magic 1 cards and distribute them over time. Cost of the cards includes the one-time setup fee, and the shipping and handling. Now, there is a better way to buy the cards than just buying 100. The best or most popular is if you were to purchase 250 cards, it's only 20 bucks more than buying 100. So for an extra 20 bucks, you get 250 cards. For an extra, what is that? $65, you get 500 cards. So that's a pretty good deal. So you can hand them out and you can share them with your team, and maybe you'll have a little bit so they can share with their team a few. Now, or if you want, you can get a digital copy for $40. So that would
Uh,
be a PDF that you could have printed, right, Charlie?
yeah, yeah. Heather Brown is my design artist. By the way, Heather has connections with printers in Canada. So Donna, if you wanted your team in Canada to order, they can order in Canada, shipped in Canada, paid in Canadian.
Yes, I want to learn all about that, Charlie. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome. Okay, so now that gives you 100 exposures to OLIABO. 100 exposures. You get those 100 cards out. Now, based on a 90% failure rate and only a 10% success rate with 100 cards, 10 people become brand reps with a 2 prima order and a 2 prima auto ship. That's 10% success rate. Each of these 10 purchase 100 OLIABO Magic Wand cards and they distribute them over time. That's a total of 1,000 exposures to OLIABO and a total of $1,000 in leveraged marketing dollars. In other words, you've only spent $100 yourself personally, but uh, your 10 team members have done the same thing. So that's given you $1,000 in leveraged marketing dollars. Now, again, assuming a 90% failure rate and only a 10% success rate with 1,000 cards. 100 people become OLIABO brand reps with a 2 Prima order and a 2 Prima subscription. Each of these 100 brand reps purchase 100 Magic Wand cards and distribute them over time. That's a total of 10,000 exposures to OLIABO and a total of $10,000 in leveraged marketing dollars. So it's not you spending 10,000 for 10,000 cards. It's it's leveraged. So everybody gets their 100.
Hey, Hernan, could you get
Yes.
closer to your microphone? I can hardly hear you. I have my phone all the
Um,
way up.
can you guys hear me okay? Can the rest of you hear me okay?
Hearing you fine.
It's probably your phone, Charlie.
Um,
Can you all
no,
hear me okay?
I got it set all the way, and I almost have to hold it up to my ear. This phone's pretty loud.
Yeah, I got the mic wide open, so you
Okay,
should be able to hear me just fine.
okay.
Um,
Sorry to interrupt.
okay. And I this is being recorded, guys, too, so you'll have this recording. So once again, assuming we have, and we're assuming we have a 90% failure rate and a 10% success rate with 10,000 cards. That's 1,000 people who become brand reps with a 2 Prima order and a 2 Prima subscription. Each of these 1,000 members purchase 100 OLIABO Magic Wand cards and distribute them over time. Same thing you did. Everybody's just doing what you did. That's a total of 100,000 exposures to OLIABO and a total of $100,000 in leveraged marketing dollars. Think about that. Would you ever be able to spend $100,000 to market your OLIABO business? I know I wouldn't be able to. But with this system, this gives us the leverage that we need so that we can build the business in a way that everybody's moving through the ranks. It's not just you moving through the ranks. It's every one of those 10 people and their 10. They're all moving through the ranks. Now, a reminder, this is really important, guys. You need to understand this, is that unless you give it the energy, it's not going to unfold this way. But if you give it the energy, you could have a better result or you could have a lesser result. It just depends on how you handle this. The earnings of OLIABO brand reps are 100% dependent upon his or her skills, effort, and commitment. And so if there's any question or doubt in your mind as to how to go about doing it, then you reach out to your upline or you reach out to me or your upline to Ray, whoever is building in your organization. You may even have people that are in your downline that end up taking this and running with it. And you may end up consulting in them, asking them, what are you doing? How is this happening? What am I, and you can learn from them too. You can learn from your downline. So now you can see how your OLIABO Magic Wand card system creates leverage for you and your team. You're investing $200 in your health every single month. You're investing $200 in your health. Now, this may be for you and your wife because you're going to get 2 cans of Prima, right? Or you might have an extra can, or you may take 2 packs a day. The extra can you could sell. So you're doing 2 cans a month. And $105 one time to print 100 cards. $105. You only spend it at one time. Then you're leveraging it, the system. Now, like I said, I would spend an extra $20 and get more cards. That's 1,000. What's that?
It's $30. Sorry.
Oh, $30 more. Okay. And that's 111,000 in advertising dollars leveraged through other people. This is an example of exponential growth. This is what exponential growth is, where the curve goes up this way. The growth curve goes like a hockey puck. It goes straight up. So each person has 10 brand reps, each on a subscription for 2 Prima. And you only go 3 generations in depth. That would be 10, 100, and 1,000. So the first generation volume would be 2,000. It's a 5% payout. Your earnings would be $100. $100 a month. And then they do the same thing. That's 100 on your second level on 2 Prima. That's 20,000 in total volume times 5% payout. That's $1,000 in earnings. Now you're making $1,100 a month. And then when they get their cards out and they get their 10, each get their 10, now you have 1,000 people on your third level that are each on a 2 Prima subscription. That's a payout of 10%, which would be $20,000 a month on your third level. It's a total payout of $21,000, $21,100 a month, just 3 levels deep. So you get your kind of cards, you get them out, you get your 10, they do the same, and then they do the same. Simple. Now, this is a 90% failure rate number. 90% failure rate. Now, the ones that are going to do the best are the ones that follow up with their friends that they send the cards to. They're the ones that are going to have the most success. And the ones that are going to have the best success, the utmost, the ones that are just going to rock this thing, are the ones that follow up and introduce that person to someone upline. They're really going to make this thing rock. They could have more than 10. Now, let's say you fail miserably and you only have a 3% success rate and it runs 8 generations deep of this card system. Let's say everybody within this organization buys the 100 cards and gets them out over time. And they each get their three instead of 10. They get three. This is what it would look like. On the third level, it's $660 a month. Wouldn't that be nice to have that extra every month? Look at what happens when it gets into the deeper levels. Um, yeah, look at the sixth level, $11,000 a month. A month. So this is only 3 out of 100 become brand reps from those cards. Now, it's not going to happen lockstep this way because some people they're going to get out their 100 cards. Some people will get 15 or 20. Some will get 10. Some will get 5, 7, 6, 3. Some will get 2. I mean, who knows? Maybe some will get nothing. Maybe some just send them out cold to people they don't know and they get nothing from it because they have no way to call them or follow up or anything. But um, yeah, it's amazing. So hold your if you hold your phone up to the screen with your camera on, and you can scan this QR code, and it'll take you to the order form. And on the order form, I believe, um, yeah, I think the country's there too. The explanation of that you can that she can ship it from the printer in Canada. So now, if you want, or if you want, you can take a picture of the screen and scan the barcode or scan it later, or take a screenshot on your computer if you're on your computer. But just scan this QR code, and you can go to the order form. Anybody have any questions or input right now? Well, while everybody's scanning the QR code. Okay, I am going to.
Let me make a comment. I was only 5 minutes from home. I'm doing this on my phone. I thought I'm going to try to get home. This system is not up for debate as to does it work. Donna knows it works. Some other people know it works. I'm going to go way back to 1990 something when Bob Schmidt was involved with Dead Doctors Don't Lie, where they got people to send out the tapes, 100 tapes or 200 tapes or whatever. They built a monster business by doing that. In Zango, we got people to use the start out with the Magic Wand cassette, eventually the Magic Wand CD. It worked. And I've seen other companies or other teams do this in other venues. But guys, we know that what we're talking about here, it's one of the things you should be doing to build your business. But we know it works. That's I need a little bit of Jim Rohn there. It works.
I remember Valente in what was that? Isogenic was it Isogenics? John Valente. He had that little cassette tape, and he had everybody maxing out their credit cards to buy those cassette tapes, and they were shipping those tapes out. They were shipping out 10,000 tapes each, and they built a massive organization. It was massive. John was making $240,000 a month. It was crazy just for mailing out that cassette tape. This is the
And
same.
they mailed it out to businesses. I had one of my golf businesses. This is like 1995 or so, somewhere in that area, and I must have gotten a dozen of the Dead Doctors Don't Lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Just think, you can mail them out to uh, masseuse. You could mail them out to salon owners. You could pinpoint it. You could have a target market for these. Um, uh, and again, I'm sure Charlie's already thinking ahead for the skincare,
Oh
but
yeah,
Do you think that we're going to have you're going to put together a skincare card too, Charlie?
Oh God, yes. I'm already looking at version number 2 for Prima. I
Okay,
mean,
awesome.
I'm going to do some pictures. Um, and by the way, guys, I would be a damn fool to ever get off Prima. I've sent out my blood work. I got done last week. My LDL cholesterol dropped 40 points, and my HDL went up to 83.
Wow.
111 for LDL and 83 for HDL. Nothing can do that. Zango was really good, but I got to tell you, you could use my story to tell people, hey, one of our guys was 90 days on Prima, and it totally changed the characteristics of his cholesterol.
That's amazing. Wow. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
That's
Hey,
amazing.
hey, Hernan, I just want to endorse this system a little bit from back in the day. And I reached for my cupboard to see if I had any of the CDs left in there. But I did find my Discovery Level 4 or my Discovery 4 in Kauai. I'll have to go look at that. And a Jim Rohn CD. Back in the day, we had CDs. I used to do a weekly meeting. And in this networking profession of health and wellness, I've always done a weekly meeting live in the community, and I'm going to be starting that here too. We sold thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Magic Wand CDs in the back of the room. We had a tools table. We had Tame the Flame with inflammation, and we had all different kinds of books and ways to get business cards. But we sold thousands of the Magic Wands, and we always said, people don't duplicate, systems do. We are the messenger, not
Yeah.
the message. So people could come and bring people in front of me and a few others, and they would join that night, but they would leave and they couldn't do the duplication of what they just saw live. But they could take that CD, put their label on it, and start handing them out. And I think I'm not going to say what I earned income wise, but the height of my group volume with one product, with this system as the primary system that we were using, hit about 750,000 volume a month. And we didn't
Mm.
have a smartphone. We didn't have Facebook. I had a landline, photocopier, and a fax machine,
Yeah, we were using a
and
fax.
a living room with some photocopies. And we had the Magic Wand CD. And it was one story I just want to say, even with these cards, you leave them in the doctor's office, at the hair salon. I always say to someone, don't put this in your recycle bin. Same with the card. Will you please do me a favor and pay it forward? And hand it to someone you can think about. I was getting calls like a year later going, I don't know where this CD came from, but I just put it in my car because we had CD players in our car back then. And I was getting calls from people to join and want to know more about the product because it landed somewhere. Someone handed it to someone that picked it up. So these cards will do the same thing. And just add to say to people, please don't put it in your recycle bin. Please pass it on, to someone you think that would be interested in this. Thank you,
Yeah.
Charlie and Hernan. I'm like just buzzing with excitement right now for this system.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie, for putting these together. And I want to thank Sherman, even though he's not here. But Sherman is the one that really pioneered this Magic Wand system. And we all were able to build a hell of a business utilizing this system. Um, and, we're going to be able to use our Own Your Own Life cards. We're going to be able to use the videos that the company is going to be giving us here in another couple weeks. The links to those videos will be the QR code on the card. I mean, there's so many different variations that we can do with this. We could have a card for the flex. We could have a card that for the skincare. We'd have a card that shows all of them, couldn't we, Charlie?
Oh yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
hang on a minute. I just got home and I'm trying to
Oh,
kill me off. I'm on my computer also.
oh, okay. All right.
Leave. Leave me.
Um, Anybody have any questions about the system or anybody have any ideas of how they would go about doing it? Who would you send the card to? Why don't I ask that? Who would you send the card to? Would you send it to a friend? Would you send it to professionals, businesses.
Let me give
How
you,
would you go about doing it?
let me suggest, okay, to start with. Um, like with Donna, she's a leader. Y'all, I would suggest that you do a little bit of your own personal test marketing. If you got people you've signed up and they're really not doing a whole lot, I would you don't even call them up as long as you got their address, because I've surprised several people with the cards in the mail. And like my buddy Art Klemchek, Art says, God, he's not very good with a computer. He says, I love this. And so he said, yeah, I better order my cards. And so what'll happen is some of your team will do exactly that. You send them a gift of 10 cards. It's worth some money you're investing in them. But if you send some people out that package of 10, you definitely will be kickstarting your team as you get going. But I'm in physical therapy because I just had a knee replacement. I handed the cards out to a couple of the girls that are behind the desk. One's very personable. So, and when you called, I carry maybe 15, 20 cards in between the seat and my car. I never want to leave home without the cards. And you'll find out why. Because you bump into somebody who's really sharp, and you go, God, I wish I had the card with me.
I have a question if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
The QR code is the same QR code on everybody's card?
No,
And where does it go? How are they individualized?
It's whatever link you provide for the printer, whatever link you provide.
She's pulling yours off your website.
So before we order, we need to let them know that we want it to go to a specific, like to order product or to see a video.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't I go to the order page, Charlie?
Yep. And by the way, her name's Heather Brown. Heather, I ordered Art Klemchek's cards for him, and I said, "Well, send me the approval." She says a lot of the times people are. She sends an approval to go ahead with the card. They don't respond right away. So if you do get an email from HEB Design and I think she's given up. She's just going ahead and designing, changing the person's info and just getting the cards printed.
Mm-hmm.
But
so when you scan that QR code, this is what you're going to see. This is the order form. So name, phone number, email, your link, whatever you want your link to be, whatever you want your, Would Charlie, does she do the link to your website? Does she do that where your name, your phone number, and your email goes?
Well,
or
I haven't hit it, but let me see if I could find my QR reader.
So yeah, so here is and then any comments that you want to make, your link here, and then OLIABO, and then however many cards you want to buy. And then the reorders are less money because you don't have to pay for the setup. So you've already paid for the setup. So this is for reorders. And then for shipping information, you put that in there. And then the billing, you put in your card information and then just click place order and you're done. So that's what that looks like when you scan that QR code in the presentation. It takes you here.
So what that QR code does, I just scanned it. It went to my website that's on that card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It says
so you can have it go to your website. You can have it go to a video. I mean, you could put any link in there, really.
But what you want to do is define what QR code you want to use. Back to Heather when it says comments. If you guys see on the screen there, I would just say leave it, go to your website because the videos are going to get better. But if you want a different QR code, then you have to specify in the comment section.
Yeah, you would specify here that this is not your website link. This is a link that goes somewhere else, that you want your QR code to go to this link. Yeah. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Carol.
Hi. With the QR, I'm not real from the QR codes, but I was able to put it into my phone and click something to where this automatically came up. But did you say the company is in Canada, the printing company?
No, she's Donna or Heather Brown. I'm near Toledo, Ohio, and Heather's been my graphic artist for several years. She has affiliated herself with a printing consortium of people that she has. Her printers connect in Toledo is connected with printers in Canada. So they're all intertwined together, kind of like a franchise or distributorship or whatever. So if somebody from Canada places an order on Heather's website, she will connect that with somebody to print the cards in Canada.
Oh, okay. Because I was under the assumption they had to come from Canada, and I know the shipping would be really expensive.
No.
That's why
Okay.
she did it.
Okay, thank you.
Where we live, we're real close to the Canadian border. So we do a lot of cross-border business here. You know, we make some things called cars, trucks, and vehicles where I live, like Jeeps. Yeah, we make Jeeps, Fords, you know, that stuff.
Charlie, in the comments area, how can we protect OLIABO, the Golden Goose, with claims? Like, because there's a comment section, someone could go and, is there going to be approved comments? Is there like
No, that comment is just for, you can't change the card. They're not going to change the card.
Yeah.
But there was a little box that said comments on the application form.
Just instructions for the printer. That's all that is.
Okay, so it's not to add additional information to the card that could be non-compliant. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
That card has been approved.
My name is Donna, and I live in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, that card has been approved by OLIABO.
Yeah.
They worked with Charlie to make sure that thing was done correctly.
Okay. I just didn't want to make sure we could add like this cures every disease, you know, and you never need to go to the doctor again. Like I don't.
This card, no, it's not. The card's not going to get altered.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, guys, the system is the system is the system. Whatever you're using, as long as you're promoting, you could be sending people an email, and you do 10 emails, and your team does 10 emails, and their team does 10 emails. Whatever it is that you're doing, I like the card because it's physical, it's pretty. The words have all been approved by the company. Charlie's done a really good job of putting this thing together. And you know, who gets mail anymore? I think it's awesome. I mean, we all get bombarded with email, right? So wouldn't it be nice to receive a card in the mail from your friend?
This does not go to spam.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
The other thing too, Hernan, is even when I had a business card out over the years, where possible, I do ask for their information back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rather than just handing out you know, that if you could, you know, if I met one of you in the store and, you know, I'm giving you the card, I'm going to go, I will spend a minute romancing, not, you know, like really showcasing what this value of this card is, what they're going to find when they click there. There's more, everything that you asked me here about, you know, our products and the business, you're going to find all that through this. And, you know, oh, hey, hi, I'm Donna. Shake hands. Hi, Hernan. Oh, Hernan, you know what? Why don't you just give me your details and I'll, you know, I've got a couple of things. If you can get the other person's contact, always try and do that.
Ray has, that's excellent. Ray has something that he says. He says something like, he compliments them. He says, "Oh my, your personality is through the roof. You can make a killing in my business." And then he hands them the card and gets their information.
He stole that from Bob.
Did Bob used to say that?
I was just
going
to say that's a Schmidt. That was a Schmidt thing. First time I heard that, I went into Staples and I met the guy, and I was getting a new laptop, and I said, "How long you've worked here for?" And wow, I said, "You know, your manager was pretty fortunate to have you here so knowledgeable, and you got great service skills. And, oh, I go to university. What are you taking? Well, I'm in business. And I said, I don't know if you're open, but with your personality and how you just serviced me today, you would make a killing. And I used that right after Bob Schmidt said it, and he enrolled in my business.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna, does this look familiar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, do you have that Word file in your computer?
Yeah.
I got it somewhere, boy.
Well, if you find that, if you come across that Word file.
No, I can scan this in. I just run it through my
Oh,
scanner.
if you could send that to me, I'd love to have that.
Keys to the vault.
Oh,
Keys to the vault.
Donna, I still have 6 CD sets sitting over. I got a dual bay office here. My whole basement's I probably should take a picture. You guys have.
Well, I'll crop that. I'll crop that bit out for everybody. But I mean, think about it. Even when I was, after I built airplanes, there was no more work in aircraft for me because they wanted me to go to Florida and follow the shuttle out to Florida. I couldn't do it with the family and all that. So I ended up in the car business for 10 years. And the 10 steps of selling was in my wallet. And even after I was in the business for 5 years, every time a customer would come up, I would pull the card out of my wallet and I would read it to the customer. Each step. Well, hang on, I'm brand new. 5 years in the business, but I'm brand new with every customer. And it says here, compliment the customer. So then I would compliment them on something, on their car. Whoa, you really take good care of your car. Look at the tires. Those tires are expensive, man. You're amazing. I would love to have you for a customer. Look at the way you take care of your car. Or I would say, wow, where'd you get that haircut? That's an awesome haircut, man. Or I would just say something stupid, any kind of a compliment. And that's how I started off the conversation with the new customer. So it would be easy to do with the card too. Just find a way to compliment somebody, and then whether it's their personality or the way they look or the way they carry themselves or whatever it might be. And you would stand out because how many people compliment them? They never get compliments. So you would really stand out if you were to compliment somebody in the game.
And you're talking about cold leads. I'm going to suggest that you all start thinking of some of the people that we consider your best and brightest. And I was just coaching somebody before we got on there about how so that you don't feel like you really get screwed up and blow it forever. Sometimes you have to say things like, I want to apologize ahead of time because this is too important for me to screw up. And so you want to diffuse a situation so that it never does blow up. And I would tell you guys, we have I hate to tell you how old I am, but with the class of 65, we went to a pretty exclusive high school. And so I've started handing these out to my buddies. Sometimes we may have 12 or 15 guys come for lunch. And I didn't expect anything the first time because guys are stupid. But now, and you guys, Albert, Mike, you understand it. Guys are just freaking stupid. But you hand out 2 or 3 cards, and you say something. You've been on the product. Every one of you guys have probably had some sort of an experience, right? Mine is my blood work, and so now I'm getting some traction with my friends because it's kind of fun to do this with friends. So don't discount where you hand these cards out with or how or where.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got a question. This is Brenna Lyons.
Hi, Brenda. Yeah.
How would we use these cards along with the cards that the company's putting out?
You could do it the same way. You could develop a system utilizing those cards. You could put them in a little envelope with a little note and put it in the mail.
Just like both at the same time or something?
Could.
Yeah, you could. Or you could put it in there with the card.
So here's what I will share with you. This system that Gordon's putting together, do you own your life? Okay. You guys I don't know if you've been to the level where Hernan and Donna and I have been, but you could hold that card up and say, the people that put this together have created over 75 millionaires, $1 million earners. Do you own? And I'm owning my life. And, you know, thanks to Zango, I've got a chance to own my own life for a long time. And we know that's going to happen here. So I would say this is about the product. This is about the olive, and this is about my life or your life. There's ways you guys will be able to generate that conversation, but we know that you all will be able to own your own life with OLIABO.
Yeah, I was reading Don Fala's book. I'll grab it. We'll do this training
You
again,
mean
but
one of these?
yeah,
Yeah.
is that Don Fala's book?
That's one. I got him in the other room. I got all that.
I got the PDF too, but
yep.
He talks about this. He's the one that actually first started the Own Your Own Life system. Was done by Don Fala. And he built massive, massive teams with that system. And that's basically what we're going to be doing, something similar to that. So I'll share that with you guys the next time we jump on. And you could all read that book. That might help you to get a better feeling for what it is we're doing or what it is we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is that it right there?
Is that the one? The Basics,
No.
How to Build a Large, Successful Multi-Level Marketing Organization by Don Fala?
It's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them. It was rewritten several times. Yeah. Yep. I think yep, that's one of them right there.
What do you guys have to lose, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, is it Brenna?
Brenna, yeah.
So Brenna, so you could mail that Own Your Own Life. That's what I was going to do. That Own Your Own Life card. I was going to mail it to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or I might send them. I might do both separately and see which one works best. I might send this card and send the Own Your Own Life card. I don't know. You know, it
Hit him
depends
twice.
yeah, it depends on the person. If one doesn't interest them, maybe the other one would. Maybe send one card before the other, you know, to the same person. So
The average sale, unfortunately, takes 7 to 10 touches, or let's say 7 touches. But some people get it faster than others. You know, if you have juice with your friend, they're more likely to, with one or two conversations or a video or two, they're more likely to jump. You know, I've had friends of mine that they kind of watch how things happen and they buy a case of juice and it's sat in their garage. Well, but there's other people. I've built trust over many, many years, and I've got juice with a number of people that are friends, and they're going to be, they may be a 1K, but then others will emerge.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, we all did very well utilizing the system, but I think with this card, I think that we could really develop something huge. I mean, think about it. Even if you only got 3 out of 100, and your friends got 3 out of 100, and their friends got 3 out of 100, holy smokes, man alive! And it's just all based on action, 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 action. That's all it is. It doesn't really matter what you do as long as you do something. But if you have a system like this that's duplicatable and you can pass it on from one generation to the next, wow, that's powerful stuff.
I did some financial models, guys, based upon $150 a month and $200 a month. So Donna, if you had perfect mathematical progression with a 4x4, 4 wide, and everybody did it perfectly, you'd have a total of $655,790 per month. So let's if we're just 10% successful, 5% successful, I mean, it's going to happen. It will happen to some people.
Yeah, the ones that follow through. And it doesn't, this is one system, it's one system. We know it works, and that's why we're promoting it, because we know it
Yeah.
works. So, all right, guys. Well, we've been on here for an hour now. Yeah, reach out if you have any questions about the cards or whatever, the system itself. Reach out if you have any suggestions. I'd like to hear them. And we'll do this. Maybe we should do this presentation. I'll have the recording on my YouTube, but maybe we should do this like once a month or something, or once every couple of weeks, something like that, just so we can really drive it,
Well, Hernan, we kind of kibitzed here a little bit. I think we could do this in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, just so you have a
Oh,
short
yeah.
version.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I
Okay, guys.
can I ask just one quick question? The
Yeah.
Own Your Own Life cards, are they going to be the same as the Magic Wand cards?
No.
No, they're just going to be one card. It'll be dark with silver font, and it says "Own Your Own Life" on the one side of the card, and on the other side of the card, it's a QR code. And that QR code is going to take them to a 3-minute video that Gordon made.
Okay.
And
Is it
that
going to be more like
video,
a business card size?
yes.
Okay.
And that video will be on your replicated site. So it's actually going to drive them right to your site.
Great. Thank you.
So they'll watch that little 3.5-minute video, and then they can go do their due diligence and look around from there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hernan,
Absolutely. Yeah.
will the QR code that we use, if we put it on the wand card and it's going to be on the other card, will they both, like, it doesn't matter which one you put out, it'll go back and still get Gordon's little 6-minute thing or 3-minute thing?
If you want to, I don't know if they'll have access to Gordon's 3.5-minute video.
You're going to use your QR code. Can you use your QR code off our website?
Yeah, you can use
so
whatever.
that would take it to that, right?
I don't know if it'll go one. I don't know. I know that if they go to the video from the Own Your Own Life card,
Yeah.
I think they're going to be able to surf around go anywhere they want on your site from that point.
Right.
I don't know if there'll be a tab to watch that video if you send them to the front of the site. I don't know.
But I'm saying your QR code that you're going to use is going to be that one from the OLIABO website, right?
Yeah.
To put on this new card, the wand card.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll probably go there too, right? Because you're using the same QR code.
Well,
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We won't know until we're given the system.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, there's his QR code.
This is my website. It's going to be your website. I don't think you want to send somebody anywhere else other than your website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you want to send them to Hernan's.
Don't do that. I'll get in all kinds of trouble. Okay. All right. Very good. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks for your participation. Appreciate you.
Good job, Hernan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.
Is the next call Friday night?
Yeah, so the next call is tonight with Dr. Jerry.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, I believe, with Malcolm and Ray. And then the one after that will be the Sunday one with the company. Okay?
So you're not doing a Friday night one then?
No, I changed it to this one.
Today.
So
okay.
Today, Tuesday at 2:00, and it's training every Tuesday.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.